Hey, so what we are covering in this video is how we help exam prep tutors hit 20 to 30K a month with memberships and cohorts teaching 3 to 4 hours a week. And we are going to cover is who am I and why I'm qualified to speak on this, and some of the people that we've helped, why you are stuck as an exam prep tutor and why it's not your fault. We are going to dive into the entire exam prep membership model from A to Z so you know exactly how it works, how to fill the memberships and cohorts, and how we help one-on-one if you want to hire us to do this. This is only for exam prep tutors who are doing SAT, ACT, GCSEs, A-level, GRE, or pretty much any other exam. You make 4 to 10K a month already, you're fully booked with one-on-one sessions, you create content or you're willing to, and your income is capped by your hours. This is not for beginners, so if you're a brand new teacher and you haven't helped students yet, this video will waste your time, skip it. My name is Sergey, I'm from Ukraine, my home was taken by war twice, and I moved to Canada. For the last 10 years, I've been building tech for education companies. I'm a founder of DriveVet. It's our exam prep platform. I've invested more than $100,000 learning from top marketers how to sell education. And I work with education companies doing millions in revenue per year. Now I help exam prep tutors escape one-on-one burnout and build scalable businesses. So before we go into the model, I want to show you real tutors we've helped, different exams, different audiences, same structure. This isn't theory, this is already working. So we'll start here with Daniel. Daniel, he teaches SAT. We'll help him launch his first ever membership and cohort. He collected over $5,000 in the first 2 months from memberships alone and sells cohort seats at $997. These are real Stripe screenshots from payment processor. This is the part that matters. Students are actually improving their scores on SATs. This isn't just better for tutors, it's better for students too. This is Robert from Penguin Test Prep. We did the same stuff for him. We built a funnel, the membership product. He got his first sale less than 24 hours. You can see on the left screenshot here. And then 2 weeks later, he made $2,500 from the memberships alone. And 2 months later, $10,000 from memberships alone. This is the Sam. She preps speech pathologists for the praxis exam. It's a completely different exam. She has over 10,000 students total, and she averaging 2,000 students per month in active students. And this is her quote: "I grew my business a lot bigger than I could ever imagined." So the same model, different exam, it still works. So now let's talk about why you are stuck, and this part is important. It's not because you are a bad tutor, it's because the model itself is broken. So problem number one is you trade hours for money. Day off, $0. You get sick, $0. Cancellations cost your money. Even if you charge a high hourly rate, there is still a ceiling. Best case, you are capped by your calendar. That's why most tutors end up stuck around 5 to 10K a month. The second problem, there is no leverage, right? One-on-one means growth equals more hours or hiring people, which creates new problems. Most tutors try groups or courses once, it feels messy, students are at different levels and it just doesn't stick. So the real shift isn't teaching more, it's changing the structure around your teaching. That's where membership and cohorts come in. At the core of the exam prep membership, there are 4 things: classes, recordings of these classes, study resources like on-demand videos and lessons, and practice questions and mock tests. Everything is built around 2 offers. The first one is the membership. That's a subscription. Students get weekly classes, recordings, practice questions, and resources. It's affordable and easy to join. The second offer is cohorts. It's a premium layer to the offers. So it's small group, usually 10 to 15 students, same system, but more structure, more feedback, and clear start and end, right? If you can see, if you compare these offers, it's pretty much the same, right? The real difference is payment and level of access to you as a tutor. Most students don't start in cohorts, they start in the membership. Then the one who want faster results or more support upgrade into cohorts. Let me show you a simple example. Let's say your membership is $50 a month, nothing fancy. With 100 students, that's $5,000 a month. This is just from memberships. Now let's add one cohort. 10 students at the $1,000 each is another 10,000. Right? 1 or 2 cohorts like that, and you're already in 20 to 30K range. And here's the part most tutors miss. Memberships is about 1 hour a week of teaching, and each cohort is 2 hours a week. So even with 2 cohorts, you're teaching 4 to 5 hours total. Just think about it. You're teaching 4 to 5 hours total, and you make $20,000 to $30,000 per month. So let's compare your options. So there are 3 main ways you can grow your business. On the left-hand side, you see one-on-one, then you have hiring teachers, and then you have membership and cohorts. In one-on-one, revenue only grows if you teach more hours. Once you stop, income stop, there is a hard cap. In the middle is hiring teachers. You teach less, but now you manage people. It's higher overhead, payroll risk, and growth depends on staff. And on the right is membership and cohorts. So revenue grows by adding students, not hours. Teaching time stays low, overhead stays low, and the system does the scaling. This is the real difference here, right? One-on-ones and hiring teacher pretty much burns you out. Membership and cohorts gives you leverage and gives you freedom. Now let's talk about how students actually flow into this. There is phase one to the marketing. We call it packaging. Everything starts with content. You post practical exam content in one clear exam niche. From there, people go to the lead magnet, something that gives them a real win within 24 hours. Instead of just a random PDF, we usually turn this into a short mini course so students can actually experience your teaching. Think about it like a teaser to a movie, right? Some of those students upgrade into memberships, and the most serious ones upgrade again into cohorts. And email ties everything together. You're not chasing people, you're educating them, you're building trust and letting the system do the work. Once phase one is working, there is where scale comes in. By this point, the funnel already converts organically, content brings leads turn into memberships, some upgrades into cohorts. So now you can amplify with ads. So you're not guessing, you already know what content works and what converts. You put ads behind your best content, then brings more people into your lead magnet, more people into your membership, and more people upgrades into cohorts. This also lets you launch cohorts on predictable cycles. So whenever you need more students, you just turn up the ads. That's how growth becomes controlled and repeatable. So up to now, I showed you the model. Now let's talk about what you actually need to make it work. So first thing you need is one place where students actually study. Not Google Docs, not random links, one platform. They log in, watch lessons on demand, they practice questions, they take mock tests, and see how they're doing. This is important because students don't ask you the same questions over and over. They can see what to work on next themselves. This is how your teaching turns into a system. They also should be able to practice from mobile because they're on their phones. And after they take a mock test, they need to know what their weaknesses and strengths are. So they can watch your videos, lessons, and drill specific topics after that. Next, you need a sales funnel. People see your content, they take a free resource. Some of them become members, and the most serious ones move into cohorts. The funnel's job is not convince everyone. It's to move the right people forward without you being involved every time. So it makes sales while you sleep. For this model to work, you need also a website. This is where students see the full picture, your offers, social proof, and about you. The website should also track your sales and give students the option to come back to your learning platform. Students should be able to compare your offers and pick the level of support that makes sense to them. Some want more help, some want less, and that's fine. And one-on-one becomes optional, not the default for you. Next, you need a payment processor. Students pay without you following up. They get access right away. Subscriptions renew on their own. Receipts, reminders, cancellations, all handled in the background. So you're not doing admin work, you're just getting paid on autopilot. Another item you need is email marketing. So this is the part people usually underestimate. This is the way for you to grow your list. So whenever somebody takes your free resource, your email list is growing. So the bigger your list, it's easier to become to sell your memberships and cohorts. So you're not pitching them every day. You're helping them, you answer the questions, and you share a lesson through email sequences, and it's everything automatic. You also need accountability. Technically, you could try to do it all this alone. Most people do, and most people stall. This model only works if it actually gets launched. You need a real timeline. You need feedback when you're unsure, and you need someone to say, hey, stop tweaking and ship this. I'm doing this one-on-one at the moment, but that won't be forever. And what you actually need to do is to teach 4 hours a week. You create content and resources for your students. So kind of like that's why if you want us to help you with everything else and not waste your time, on our website, you can click apply for a strategy call. You fill out a short form and we'll have a conversation if there is a mutual fit. Only apply if you're serious. We onboard only 4 clients per month to give a proper attention to everyone. This is the common concerns we hear. What if I don't have resources ready for students? We run a 4-week sprint to launch fast. You teach only 1 class per week, so you're building content while momentum stays high. You don't need everything ready. You launch, you teach, and grow the library as you go. Will we lose everything if we stop working together? There are 4 systems in the setup: Exam Prep platform, payments, website, email marketing. So Exam Prep platform, it's our intellectual property, but all content can be exported that you create on the platform. Payments, it's Stripe. You create your account from day one and we'll just integrate it with everything else. So money goes to you. Website, it's built on a funnel software and ownership can be transferred to you. Email marketing, it's again your account from day one. We just set everything up. Why do I need you if I can do this myself? You can. The real cost is time. What gets you faster to teaching 3 to 4 hours a week and making 10, 20, or 30,000 per month, doing everything yourself, or working with a team that's already made the mistakes, tested dozens of setups, and know exactly what works. My market is unique. Will this work for me? Exam prep is actually one of the best markets for this model. Students have a clear goal and deadline. They need to pass the exam. They need structure, they need practice, and they need feedback and repetition. So that's exactly what membership and cohorts are built for. And I also showed you different examples from different exams in the beginning. So again, if you want us to help you, apply for a call and I'll see you on the other end.